Hi, Cherry. I have something to tell you about yesterday. Do you have time to talk right now?
Thank you for having us yesterday. Sure, I have time. What's the matter? Is something wrong?
I was a bit shocked yesterday. You can't even cut fish properly.
Huh? You're right. I'm not that good at cutting fish.
Also, you didn't know the names of all the dishes. To be honest, I was really shocked.
I think one of the reasons why I don't know the names of those dishes might be because I was born and raised in a different state. You're right, it was the first time I heard of those dishes. Thank you for teaching me. I appreciate it.
I know, right? But, you know what? This is a problem.
Uh-huh?
With that level of knowledge, I don't think you're suited to be my son's wife. I don't think you're suited to be his wife. You're not good at cooking. That's a huge problem.
Yes, you're right. I will make an effort to be better at cooking.
I'm not talking about being laid back and taking it easy. With this, I don't approve of you as my daughter-in-law.
But...
That's why I thought of an idea. During the weekends, you should come to our house and learn how to cook.
What? During the weekends?
That's right. You should come every week without fail, because I will teach you how to cook. If you attend a cooking class, it will cost a lot of money. You should be thankful to me, because I'm offering to teach you.
Thank you, but to be honest, I don't think it's possible to go every single week.
What are you saying? I'm making time for you, and you're declining my offer?
But realistically speaking, since my husband and I are both working, and we come home late in the evenings on weekdays, I have to clean the house and do other housework on the weekends. That's why I can't make time for that every single week.
That's not the problem. What you can contribute is just to make time for the cooking lesson, right?
I mean, there are times when my husband cooks for dinner, so since that's the case, I think it would be better to have my husband take the lesson with me.
Huh? You're making Jim cook?
Yes, he cooks sometimes, because there's days when I'm busier at work than him. So Jim cooks dinner for us during those busy days.
Even though it's not right to ask Jim to make time for the cooking class during the weekends, right? He's exhausted from his work during the weekends.
I'm in the same situation as Jim, too. If you really want to teach me how to cook no matter what, I will schedule my time so I can go on days when Jim can go, too.
How selfish. Who do you think your husband is? Jim is the breadwinner of the family. You should sympathize with him at least a little.
Even if you say that, I earn more than him, so...
What? There's no way you're earning more than him. It's rare for the wife to earn more than the husband.
It might just be because the company I work for pays well, but I earn more than Jim, and I might not have told you yet about this, but I'm the one who's been sending you the allowance needed for your daily expenses.
Is that so? I didn't know that.
You didn't know that too? With that said, I really don't think that I should be the only one who needs to learn to cook. Of course, I'm thankful for you offering to teach me how to cook, and I am aware that I'm not good at cooking, so I would appreciate it if you can teach me how to cook when I have the time, but it's impossible for me to do every single week.
You're making fun of Jim, aren't you?
Huh? I never said such a thing. Why do you think that?
You mentioned that you earn more than Jim. All I hear from that statement is that you're making fun of him. You should quit this instant.
Huh? Quit? Please stop saying such nonsense.
If you don't quit your job, you can't have a child, right?
That's not really the problem. Jim and I are saving money, so we're thinking that it might not be the right time yet to have kids.
It doesn't seem that way to me, though. I'll call your workplace.
What? What are you saying?
I will tell them that. As a wife, you don't know how to cook, so I can't let you keep on working.
Hey, please wait for a second. You don't know the telephone number of the company I work for, right?
I know the number, because I received it as an emergency number. I'll go call them right away.
Even if you do that, there's no point in doing it. It will only be a nuisance to the company, so could you please stop?
I won't stop. It's a punishment for being stubborn with your mother-in-law. You should suffer. You should reflect a little.
I don't understand what you're saying, but didn't I just say that I can't go every single week?
Shut up. You're making fun of Jim and me. I won't forgive you for that. I will make you pay for this.
If you do that, you're going to be the one who'll be in trouble, you know.
I already called them. I also told them about all the bad things you said about us. Because of that, you will have a hard time at the office, right? You should hurry and quit your job.
You're right. My colleague was the one who talked to you on the phone. I apologized to her for the inconvenience, even though she was busy. You made me apologize for something I didn't do.
Huh?
It seems like she completely thinks that my mother-in-law is crazy.
Why am I the one who is crazy?
No one in their right mind would call the workplace of their daughter-in-law to ask them if the company is going to fire her, you know. I'll be finishing work now because I can't concentrate on my work if you keep on doing this to me.
You should just quit your job. You can't even make a child. If you can't make a child in 3 years, I will ask you to leave.
Huh? Then why are you still here?
What do you mean?
I heard from my father-in-law that it took you 5 years before you gave birth to Jim.
How did you know that?
Despite that, you tell me to have a child in 3 years? Don't you think you're in the wrong? As for today's conversation, I'll ask Jim to tell his father. Also, if you keep on treating me like this, I think I'll have no choice but to stop visiting your house.
Why? I need to teach you how to cook, so you should come, or else.
I was planning to go, but I never thought you would call my company and make a fuss. Also, I contacted Jim earlier. He said he'll go learn how to cook with me when he can make time, you know.
Is that so? Jim will come too?
Yes. He said that your cooking is always delicious, so he said that he wants to learn your cooking techniques if he can, but never has he ever thought that this is your true colors.
It's just a misunderstanding, isn't it? Whatever. Just come here and bring Jim with you. I'll teach you how to cook.
No thanks, we're fine now. Jim and I decided to distance ourselves from you.
Why? What do you mean, distance yourselves from me?
You told me to leave if I can't make a child within 3 years, right? It's almost 3 years since Jim and I have been together, so I'm thinking of staying away from you.
Of course you can't do that. What is Jim saying?
Jim is also furious right now. He said it was unbelievable that you even called my office just to say that.
I was wrong for doing that, but I just wanted to see the face of my grandchild, and I thought that stress from work might be bad for your health.
Isn't your husband tired of you because you take such forceful actions?
My husband? There's no way he would say such a thing. Because he's always silent and doesn't complain.
Just like how you're treating me right now, all your words and actions that hurt me. My father-in-law was the one who kept on apologizing on your behalf.
I didn't know that. He did that for me?
I think it's more like he's doing it for his family, though.
Where is my husband? He's not in our room. Did you take him somewhere?
The 3 of us decided to eat out tonight. He'll probably be able to relax a little since the noisy one's not around.
What about me? Take me with you!
How about you just stay at home and cook those dishes that you've been bragging so much about? After that, Victoria tried calling Sherry and Jim, and of course her husband, but no one answered her calls. So she ended up eating supper all by herself. When her husband arrived home later in the evening, he pretended to not see Victoria and ignored her. So Victoria finally apologized. She was told that he won't listen to her if she doesn't apologize to Cherry, so even though Victoria doesn't want to apologize, she decided to go and apologize to Cherry. Apparently, she's thinking of cooking her signature dish that she's very proud of to bring with her to Cherry and Jim's house to apologize to them.
When are you going to decide on whether you want to have my parents moving in or not? I have been waiting for a week now, and there still has not been an answer from you.
You want to talk about that again? I've already told you that I don't want to live with them, so that's it, Chris.
The only person that's against this is you, Alice. Just hurry up and make your choice. Right now, my mom is very excited to move in with us, so don't keep her waiting.
I'm sure all she wants is someone to take care of her and do all the chores, right?
Are you making fun of my mom or something?
Well, up until now, every time we've gone over to your parents' house, your mom has made me do all of the chores. And then she takes you with her, and you all get to have fun without me.
Well, that's because your job as my wife is to get all the housework done for everyone. Stop complaining about it already.
And what about those times she'll purposefully throw food on the floor and tell me to go clean it up?
She tells you every time that those are accidents, okay? She has made it very clear that she has slippery hands, and that's why she drops that food. Do you still not believe her?
You're telling me that every single time I'm there, she has slippery hands like that? Of course I don't believe what she's saying, Chris. Also, I've heard about what your mom has said about me and about how she only wanted me marrying you in order to become her bedside nurse in the future. I don't want that for myself, all right? Have her hire someone to come and take care of her instead of using me as free labor.
So that's your only excuses for not wanting to live with my parents?
My only excuses? What? Why do you not care at all about how I'm feeling right now? Is this because you have someone else besides me or something?
Who are you even talking about?
I asked you this one time before. Who is that girl you seem so close to and are always walking with? We have things we still need to figure out between ourselves as husband and wife, so we do not have the ability to live with your parents now.
I told you that's one of the new hires at the company. When we are coming home from the bar, we are both drunk as hell, and that's why you see her and I all over one another. How many more times do I have to explain that to you? Would you stop being such a dramatic witch? Jesus, stop thinking about a world where I'm the bad guy and make your decision. Yo, reply to me right now.
What, Chris? You haven't even said anything to me yet. What do you want?
I want you to listen and be shocked by this. We've decided that my parents and us will be living together. There's better not be any complaints from you after this.
What? What do you mean we are living together?
You are so thick-headed. I'm saying that I've made the choice for you since you never gave an answer. I've already sent my mom and dad's things to the house for them. They might already be arriving there as we speak.
Is that right? Well, luckily that's all happened just as I've moved out of there.
What? You moved out?
Yep, I sent all my things to my parents' house already, and they said they just got them right as I walked through their front door.
So you're not even at the house anymore? I never heard anything about this.
That's because I never said anything about it to you. Chris, you left the house the moment you woke up to go and see your parents, so I never had any time to tell you to your face. That's right.
So you're telling me you never got any of my mom or dad's things today? What the hell are you doing? What is this about you moving out of our house even? I want you to tell me what's going on here right now. Stop trying to derail this conversation and move on to the next thing.
You're the one freaking out right now and jumping all over the place. You were just telling me about how you didn't listen to my answer and forced your way into getting your parents into the house, right? You can't say anything to me. I knew something like that would be happening soon, and that's why I moved out today and back to my parents' house. Recently, you've been on the phone with the moving company, and I started to get worried about what would happen next. So I made the right choice by getting out of there now.
Unbelievable. Do you even consider yourself my wife? I'm going to tell my parents about this.
Alice, it's been a while. Candace, I haven't seen you in so long. You told me a while back that you were busy. Are things all better now? Things are a lot better now. I'm not as tied up with everything anymore. So what's been going on with you today? Why are you texting me right now? Well, the last time you and I had a chance to meet, you were talking to me about how things with my brother and Mom were pretty tough on you, right? It's been some time since then, but I wanted to check up on you and see if everything's okay now. Oh, thank you for worrying about me. That was very kind of you to think of me today. I have to say that you coming to me was some pretty good timing because just today, Chris tried to force your parents onto me. He even went and sent all their things to our house without telling me. What? You have to be lying about that, right? How could he do something like that? Alice, are you okay right now? I'm fine. I knew something bad was going to be happening with us soon, so I made sure to get things shipped off to my parents' house today, and I moved back in with them now. I don't have to worry about that drama anymore now. I feel like I just made it out of there just in time to save myself. Very true. I'm so sorry about my family causing you even more trouble. You don't have to apologize for them, Candace. You've been out of your parents' house for a long time now and barely even talked with any of them since then, right? You have nothing to do with what decisions they've made this time. And the fact that you're checking up on me now after so long, thank you so much. But Alice, back when I first heard about my brother getting married to someone, I was so worried about the woman he was with because I knew my parents would take advantage of her. I should have warned you about all that sooner. And from the look of things, my brother doesn't seem to care about you at all. Moving my parents into your house like that without getting your permission as well? It was going to happen eventually, Candace, but I was lucky enough to take care of myself there and made it out alive. Well, if you have anything else you're worried or troubled by, don't be afraid to reach out to me. I will do whatever I can to help you out.
Have you fixed that poor attitude of yours? I hope you're not acting like a selfish brat anymore, and will come back here right now. My mom and dad are waiting patiently for you. How much longer are you going to keep us all waiting?
Selfish brat? I didn't go back home to my parents' house just because I'm selfish. All of you never listened to the answer I gave you and made the choice to move your mom and dad in anyway.
From the start, I'd have been talking about having my parents come live with us. This was all being talked about way before yesterday and today. So what the hell, Alice?
And that whole time I had been saying no to having your parents move in with us.
Do you really hate my mom that much? Even though she's been treating you with so much kindness?
So much kindness? Stop joking already and get real, Chris. To me, everything she was doing was abusive. Day after day, asking me to go to her house and clean for her, and then forcing me to make her dinner. And anytime she would make dinner, she'd feed me only the leftovers or burnt scraps. Then, when I'd go home at night all worn out and wanting to relax, she'd call me again asking me to go back over to her house. And when I'd say no to that, she'd come over to our house uninvited and start forcing me to do more chores there. No matter how many times I asked her to give me the duplicate key to the house back, she would just whine and moan before running off. I was never able to get a break in that house with all of you, so don't you frickin' dare say she was treating me with so much kindness.
My mom was doing all of that for your sake.
Bullcrap, she only cares about you. That's why, for whatever reason, you keep a blind eye to all the hate that she keeps on feeding me. This is the reason why Candace ran away from you all, right? Because your mom only cared about you and would make her do all the work around the house while you were spoiled to death.
That's... all you do is complain. Your job as my wife is to do everything my mom tells you.
Well, if you're going to keep on bringing that up, then what about you? Do you think you're accomplishing your job as a husband? All you've done for me is side with your parents on everything and have not ever cared about what I say or think.
Of course I side with them. Because you were once a complete stranger to me before. My mom and dad have always been my family, unlike you. It's common sense for me to side with the people I've always known.
Alright then, Chris, I see. So I'm not your family then. Sounds great. Glad to see we've both settled all of this then. I'm out of here. But before I'm totally gone, I'll do what I can to make sure this crap never happens to me again.
I'm not sure what you plan on doing, but it better be something involving you getting your butt back home. Are you serious right now? I could see that your parents' house is up for sale right now. Did you guys forget to pay the bills or something? That must mean you have nowhere else to live now, right? Now you'll have to come back to your husband and beg all of us for forgiveness. Ah, and make sure to not bring your parents along with you. This house isn't big enough for those two animals.
What's this? Did you come around my parents' house or something?
I did. I may be busy right now, but I decided to come pay my selfish woman a visit. I'm so kind thinking about you when I have far more important things to be doing, right? Although, you have kept me waiting for months now. So this is what's happened over these last couple of months? Hilarious. You've lost your house. Where are you right now? On the road trying to find a place to sleep now?
I would never live a life like that. We're having that house sold because we don't need it anymore.
Huh? What do you mean you don't need it anymore?
There's a new house I'm moving into. Actually, it's a penthouse, but we bought the place, so it's all ours.
A penthouse? Stop lying.
If only this were a lie. Right now, you happen to be in front of that old house, right? Then you must have seen where we're living now on your way over there. It's that new skyscraper that's just next to the main station. The one that's all modern with a somewhat medieval accent to it.
What? That massive building? You're kidding, right? You bought that place without ever telling me about it?
That's right. There are no plans in my future of ever going back to you, so I decided to leave you out of this.
Did you buy that penthouse with your own money then?
With the money I had saved up before we got married, and also with some money from my father. I didn't take any money out of our shared bank account, so calm down.
I'm not worried. And the name on that place is yours, right? If that's the case, then I can bring my parents along with me and move in there.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Since you're my wife, that means anything you own is also mine. Kick your parents out of there right now, and then let my family in there. Tell us your room number right now.
Are you being serious right now? I would like you to sleep if you're so tired that you start to speak nonsense to me. I'm not telling you anything more about this place. And I'm not even giving you guys the code to get into the building.
Shut up and listen to me, Alice. Give me your room number and the code right now.
Not going to happen.
Alice, are you sure you want to do this? I happen to know a very good lawyer who can help me out with this. If you tell me right now, then I'll forgive you for abandoning me for so long. Now, tell us the room number. Yo! Candace, long time no see. I hear you've become a lawyer now, right? It's been years now since we last talked, since you never replied back to me after leaving the house. But we're still close to one another, right?
Huh? Why are you wanting to talk now?
Come on now, sis. Don't be so cold. I happen to have a favor to ask of you, now that you've become a lawyer and everything. You and I are family, so you'll do this for me without charging me, right?
That's where I thought this was going. It didn't take too long for you to tell me the truth there. I know that you want to work with me because of the lawyer I've become and all, since that's how you've always been. Using me like I'm some kind of tool to you until things are all better and you just throw me away.
Yo, what the hell is wrong with you? Is that the right way to be talking to your older brother?
You're nothing like an older brother to me anymore.
Well, who cares? I'll forgive you this time for acting that way, since I'm such a kind brother and all. You've met with my wife Alice once before, haven't you? Right now, Alice isn't living in the same house as me. She's moved into a new place that she bought without ever telling me a thing. It's a freaking penthouse in this new skyscraper as well. That witch. She bought the place while we've been married, so that makes the place mine as well, right? I want you, as the lawyer you are, to go to her right now and tell her that I legally have the right to be there. Then I'll be able to move into that new penthouse with both Mom and Dad.
What kind of BS is this? From what Alice has told me, she bought the place using both her dad's money and money she saved up before marrying you. That means the place isn't technically yours, and you have no right to it.
What? Why do you know about what Alice has done, and about how she paid for it with her dad's money?
Because I've been meeting with her occasionally, and she spoke with me about buying the penthouse and everything as well before she went through with it. She wanted a new place to live with her parents, but was afraid of you taking it from her. So she came to me seeking guidance. But since she's paid for the place with both her dad's money and with money she had before marrying you, there's nothing you can do to have a right to it. I made sure she was aware of that, which seemed to make her very happy.
You? Who the hell's side are you on? Why aren't you trying to help your family out and are helping her instead? Who are the ones that raised you into the woman you are now? That was both Mom and Dad, you idiot. It's because of those two that you're a lawyer, and you should be thankful for that. You are so freaking ungrateful.
You really think something like that to be true? There's a small bit of truth to that, and I will say that I'm thankful for the very small amount of food Mom prepared for me, but that's about all I need to be thankful for. Because both Mom and Dad only cared about spoiling you and making sure you were never unhappy, I was put on the sidelines having to fend for myself. Then you began to act like them too, and for years and years would pick on me and make me feel like I was unwanted there. When I was studying, you all would tell me women didn't need school, and at times would burn my books and everything else I needed for school because I was just supposed to cook and clean for the rest of my life. That's why, in the end, I had to make the only choice that would save myself, and that was leaving all of you and running away. Luckily, when it came to college, I was able to get a small scholarship and work a few part-time jobs to pay off the rest of tuition. And after some long years of having to work practically full-time studying, I became a lawyer. I didn't think for a second that this outcome was thanks to any of you. I never will.
Talk about the past all you want, but I don't remember a thing. Just put all that crap behind you and listen to what I need from you.
Were you listening? Or have you suffered that much brain damage that you forgot things that only just happened to you? No matter what you try and say to me, I'm not listening to it. Oh, and another thing. There should be an envelope making its way to your house soon.
An envelope?
The one who is paying the rent for that house you're still living in was Alice, right? It's been a few months now since she left that house, but you, Mom, and Dad still continue to live there, right?
What?
Alice told me that she's going to end the lease here soon. That envelope might have something to do with that.
Huh? But we are still living here.
You guys still living there doesn't mean anything to Alice, though. You were the one that moved Mom and Dad in there without ever getting her permission. So there shouldn't be a problem with her ending the lease on that place without your permission, right?
Are you saying that you don't care about what's going to happen to us?
I'm sure you all can just go back to that old and run-down house again, right? That's all you guys have to do, so stop trying to act like you're going to die because of this.
That house has been torn down now.
Is that right? Well, sucks to suck then. Are we done here now? You guys have to get ready to move out of there soon, so you don't have time to still be talking to me. So I recommend you get to it.
First her, and now you? Alice, it looks like you went and ended the lease without ever asking me first.
Ah, so now you guys are aware of that too then? Well, that's the truth. I'm not living there anymore, so why should I keep renting it? I've paid for the last month already, so you have 1 month to move out of there. If you don't leave by the end of the month, then the landlord's going to be a little upset. By the way, you were talking about how you know this really good lawyer before. Were you talking about Candace or something? Did you try talking to her already? Even after all the things you did to her in the past?
Shut the hell up already. I don't need to ask her for help anyway, because there are other lawyers I can get to help me. I might even take you with me to court and have the judge deal with your butt.
Go ahead and try to make some case out of this, but I doubt any lawyer is going to take your side.
Crap. Why are you doing things like this? Do you not love me anymore or something? Just deal with having my parents around and come back here this instant.
I love it when you play stupid like that. You make it sound so realistic half the time, talking like you don't understand any English. I mean, could you really be telling me that you still don't understand why I don't want to live with them? That would be insane if this was truly you turning a blind eye to all of that still. I mean, I was going through all that hell right in front of your eyes, so there's no way you didn't see that, right? Coming home from having to work late only to be immediately woken up by her to start cleaning and cooking even though it's the middle of the night? I'm practically suffering from insomnia now because I was never allowed to sleep. Do you remember that time I passed out? I was lacking so much sleep that at one moment everything went dark and I collapsed. When I went to the doctors for that, the doctor told me I needed sleep and food badly. But none of you ever explained that the reason for me being in that state was because of your mom. It's not like any of you would say anything about me anyway, because the whole dang time it's all about your mom. Do you even love me anymore, Chris? Have you ever loved me? If you really ever once considered me as part of your family, you would have never let me go through all of that hell.
Honestly, you are so damn annoying, woman. Make your decision already. Either you allow my parents and I to move into your penthouse, or you tell the landlord to forget about ending the lease and let us live here forever while paying the rent. And I expect you to pay that rent until we are all dead.
I'm not choosing either of those options.
Huh?
If you're about to lose your house, then why not move in with your girlfriend? Tell her you're bringing the parents along as well.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm not stupid, Chris. I never have been, so would you stop trying to fool me like that? You've been going out with that new hire at your work that you always told me was just a new hire, right? And even after I've left you all months ago, you and her have only become closer, right? Luckily, I had Candace help me out with all of this, and we now have loads of evidence. She's a very good lawyer, after all, so after we are done writing up some reports about you cheating on me, we'll get to the divorce forms.
Divorce forms? What the hell is all of this about now?
The only one who seems to still not get what's going on here is you, Chris. Ever since I left that house, I've been preparing for this with the help of my parents, Candace, and some other friends. Pretty soon here, Candace will be paying you all a visit, and you'll be signing those forms for me, okay? And if you refuse, then the next time we meet will be in the courtroom. Only that time, I won't be nice to you at all.
You're taking things this far? What's gotten it into you? We have been so caring towards you, Alice.
Can you explain to me what exactly you're talking about? Ever since our wedding, there's been no love from your family, and at this point, love has become so non-existent that it might even be in the negatives now. Ah, and another thing. I made sure to send an envelope to your mom as well with evidence of you cheating this whole time.
You sent that to my mom? No!
I don't think it matters how much she spoils you. When she sees you in pictures sleeping with another girl, I don't think she'll look at you the same. She did say that one time we had dinner together that the things she hates most in life are those who cheat.
Alice, please tell my mom not to open that envelope and to just toss it.
It's already arrived, and I'm sure she's looking at it right now. You might want to ask her about it now. Good luck, Chris.
Wait a second, Alice.
From now on, I'd like you to talk with Candace if you have anything to say to me. With that, goodbye forever, you jerk. Alice, I have some news. It took a lot more time than I was expecting, but that guy finally signed the papers. The divorce has been finalized. Congratulations. Thank you so much for telling me, Candace. This was the final push for us then, right? That's right, and I'm glad you're free of them now, too. It felt so wonderful fighting against those that had ruined my childhood, and I hope we will never have to deal with them much more again. The only thing I'm a bit sad about now is that you're no longer my sister-in-law, so I'll never really see you again. What are you talking about? To me, you're like my real little sister, and I want you around me forever. Let's go out to eat again sometime, okay? Are you sure? Oh my God, thank you so much, Alice. I've gone and cut ties to all of them as well now, so they'll never know about us being around one another still. We're like two survivors who were able to escape from that abusive family. I'm so glad it's all pretty much over for us. We can finally take a moment to breathe. I feel the same way. After freeing myself from those animals, I feel as though I can become myself again. I'm really looking forward to getting back to working full-time again and living a life that will no longer include them. I'm sure that feels amazing. You're no longer going to have your life sucked away from you by those leeches and will be able to do whatever you want. Let's both work together and become amazing people. Let's do it. We can talk more about all of this really soon. We can have a party commemorating the day I divorced that asshole. Hell yeah. After that, having lost their only place to live, Chris and his parents had to move into a very old-looking apartment where there wasn't even any heating. Chris was also forced to pay a settlement fee to me because of his cheating, which didn't seem to sit well with him because he started to whine even more to Candace about her taking my side. This wouldn't faze Candace, though, and after a few back and forths, she told him to either pay it to me soon, or she'd have to go in front of a judge and face even more penalties. That ended up shutting him up, and within a week I had that settlement arriving in my bank account and never had to think about Chris again. After learning about how he had been cheating on me, Chris's mom forced him to break things off with that new hire. She was not finished with Chris, though, and started to think that he broke up with her because he had another woman. So at work, she started to make claims about how Chris was a sex offender and had assaulted her as well. Chris is now having to go to HR every day as an investigation has been started on him inside the company, which may lead to him being fired. This has also led to some very toxic situations back home for him, where neither his mother or father will talk to him. These are all things Candace was told in a letter from her mother, and which she later told to me. Now, with how things have turned out for me, right now I'm living a life without a single person getting in my way anymore, and have become even closer to my parents. Work is going really well for me, and I'm able to go out most weeknights and weekends to see friends I haven't been around in ages. Recently, I was asked by a younger guy at work if I wanted to go out to lunch with him someday, and I think I might just take him up on that offer. I hope things between him and I start off with a bang and we can become more than just coworkers. Make sure you don't cheap out on the gifts at my upcoming wedding, okay? If there isn't at least double the amount I get from the rest of my family coming from you, then I'm going to get upset. I might even make you leave my dad at that point. Jordan? I'm not sure you should be saying things like that to me right now, especially at a time like this. I understand that you might be excited about the upcoming wedding and all that, but that does not give you the right to say such things like that to me or anyone. What? I don't have a mom, though, so how am I supposed to know what to be saying? How about you tell me what I should be saying, since I've had to live my whole life with only a dad in my life? I never had a kind mom to help me through anything like this. I've been around you all your life, though, right? And I had been trying to act as your mother the whole time, teaching you everything I thought you'd need to know. So don't use that whole "I have no mom" trick on me, because I have been here for 25 years helping raise you with your father. What are you talking about? You think I've ever thought of you as my mom? Could you stop acting like you actually did anything that makes you my mom just because you were around me for a little while? I'm not trying to act like I'm your mother, though. To be honest, I've just been around your father this whole time and thought it would be kind of myself to be helpful with you. And as far as I can remember, you always did view me as your mother figure. But I suppose that was all a lie then? Which is fine, I guess, but you still need to respect me for what I've done for you. Stop acting like I should still be thinking of you that way, though. And respect you? No thanks. All of you know right now that I never agreed with you getting married to my dad. Like I'd ever want some useless grandma around in my life. I wonder what my dad saw in your old butt that made him think marriage was a good idea. For some reason, it's starting to seem like you're acting even worse than before. Did I do anything to you recently? I know that for the past couple of years you've grown a little distant from me, but now it's almost like you're actually trying to make me feel bad.
That's because I really want for you and my dad to get a divorce. So why should I continue being nice to you when I'm trying to get you out of my life? And as for the actual wedding, I really hope you don't actually come to it. You'd ruin the vibe for everyone else there who shows up wanting to celebrate me. All of my guests would have to learn my dad got remarried to some shut-in grandma.
I understand that I work from home most of the time, but I wouldn't start throwing the word shut-in around. It doesn't make me feel good when you call me that.
Well, listen, I've been saying that about you this whole time. And to be real with you, when have I ever seen you actually working a job? Since you're always sitting in that room all day, I'm sure you're just playing video games or watching YouTube, right?
Just because you're not seeing me work does not mean I'm not doing other things in here. What I'm doing is just not something I need to show you, and if I leave the door open for everyone all the time, I won't be able to focus. That's probably why you've never seen what I'm actually doing in that room. But I promise you that what I'm doing is related to my job.
That's what you say. Thank God Dad is such a nice man, right? If he was any more strict with you, then you'd never be able to continue playing those video games all day long, right? How about now that I'm out of the house, though, you go ahead and divorce him?
You really want your father to be alone that badly? Do you think that I'm taking him away from you or something?
If I say that I'm feeling that way, will you divorce him for me?
I'll put some thought into it, yes.
By the way, I'm already married at this point and will be going to my husband here soon. And you know that, right? So, since things between you and I will really be ending here, I'll let you in on one final secret. My dad, he's in love with a younger woman than you right now. She's a model, so recently the two of them have been going on quite a few dates with one another.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh, so you really didn't know about any of this, huh? I kind of figured that someone like you would be clueless. I know there are plenty of older women who begin to stop thinking about the world around them as they've gotten older. But in your case, you must have completely forgotten that there are in fact better-looking women than you out there.
Would you please tell me what's going on here? Is your father really going out with another woman now?
I'm honestly not too sure, so you might want to go and talk with him about it. But from my point of view, I'm kind of thinking he does have another younger woman around. Just from the way he's leaving the house in a hurry sometimes, I can tell that she's got him all tied up in herself. Dang, Julian, there really is nothing left you can do now.
I see. Well, thank you for giving me a heads up. If this is really true, then I guess we're closer to a divorce than even I had thought.
But before you do get that divorce, make sure you allow me to have my wedding first. Wouldn't want to get any bad luck from you or my dad, right? Doesn't seem right to me to have my wedding after you both have cut ties.
It seems that everything must be about you then. All right then, if that's what you want from me, then I'll listen. As for right now, I'm going to start getting to the bottom of things with your father.
By the way, I wanted to talk about this month's allowance. You think you can up it a little for me? I have Jordan's wedding and all coming up. With what little you're giving me now, it might make things a bit tough for me come time that I have to help her with the wedding costs and her gifts from me.
What are you talking about, Richard? Month after month, you've already been asking me to raise your allowance for whatever reasons you have. Are there really that many things going on in your life that require you to get more money from me?
There's nothing crazy going on here. I just happen to have a lot of work on my plate, and that leads to me getting stressed out. And so I want to use that money you give me to get some fresh air and relax a little bit. You're making all kinds of money with your job, so it's not like you have anything to worry about. So how about you just give me a bit more each month in my allowance? That way things can be a little bit more fair here.
If that's how you're feeling, then how about you leave that dead-end job you have and work for a company that actually values you and pays you more? I don't want you thinking you can just take my money and play around with it all the time. But in some work yourself, and I promise you'll start making more money and won't have to keep asking your wife for her money.
Hey, don't say things like that. We have both been working for as far as I can remember, at least while we've been married, right? Yet you're not going to let me have anything that you've earned? I thought that by being married we were supposed to share what we made.
I've been letting you have quite a bit of it already. The thing is, you haven't been giving me anything in return. You take all that money you make and spend it all on yourself. Everything that has to do with this house, I'm being left to pay for. And for as long as I can remember, I haven't gotten any money from you to help me out, or even as a gift to show your love and appreciation for me.
But look, Jordan is going to be leaving us soon, so you won't have to pay for her anymore, right? That means you and I can have a little more fun with our lives, right? So you shouldn't be upset about giving me a bit more to spend every month. And as for that appreciation you're seeking from me, I give it to you every day by staying with you.
A little more fun with our lives? For some reason that makes it sound like you don't want to have fun with me, but rather have fun by yourself outside of the house. Hasn't that been where all my money's gone to already that I've given you? I'm sorry, but I'm not okay with that.
Hey, what's gotten into you? You've never spoken to me like that before. What happened to you today that's made you so stingy?
I'm starting to realize that your spending is a little suspicious. Up until now, I haven't really thought anything of it. But then I was being asked for money and gifts from your daughter, and she told me she wanted more from me than anyone else in the family.
That sounds like her. She must have gotten that kind of greedy mindset from her mother. That woman went and took all the money she could get and ran from me. Jordan must have seen her mother doing all of that and ended up loving money and things just as much as her.
And you seem to be the same way as those two.
What was that?
Whatever. Jordan, what is this all about? Where is my seat supposed to be today? Did you forget to tell the wedding staff to set my name out? Huh? I didn't forget anything today. I just made sure that there was no place for you today at this wedding. What? There is no seat here today for some fake wannabe mom like you. This wedding is only for my real family, so a stranger like you needs to get out of here. Just leave whatever gifts and money you bought for me up front and go home. You made sure to bring me a lot of things today, right? Fake wannabe mom? Up until this very day, I have done so much to support you, yet after all of that, this is how I'm treated? You just supported me out of your own desires. I never asked for a single thing from you, right? If you're going to throw a fit about how unfairly you think you've been treated, how about you go outside and do it? We wouldn't want the security in this building to have to come and carry you out for causing a ruckus, right? But if that's what you really want, then go ahead and start crying. I see. So this is really how things are going to be? That's right. And right now it seems your father doesn't care about what's happened to me and is laughing while I stand here patiently waiting. He's told me already that you're the bride today and that if you don't want me here, there is nothing else I can do. He seems to think you want him to be alone today, and that makes him laugh out of happiness. Awesome! Dad is so cool. Why did I ever decide to stick my neck out for you guys all this time? Don't worry, because you don't have to do anything for us anymore. Now shut up and get out of here. Or else I seriously will have the security team come and carry you out. You're not supposed to be here today, so get. All right, I'm going then. And if you regret what you've done later on, I'm not going to listen to you whine. You think anything's going to change today by you not being here? Stop thinking that you're all that important to any of us. I'm cutting ties to you today. Goodbye forever, you useless grandma. Understood. I'll make sure to have these divorce papers handed in today. That will be my wedding gift to you. Seriously? Thank you. No, I really can say goodbye to you forever. Hey, what's going on here? I'm being told that the wedding is now being canceled? They're asking everyone to leave this wedding hall now. Who is this? Stop playing dumb, you idiot. I am your daughter, Jordan. I don't have a daughter, though. You're really going to start telling crappy jokes like that now? Why are things turning out like this now? I never told anyone that I wanted my wedding canceled. Well, don't worry, because I did. Huh? What does that mean? How could you have canceled my wedding? Well, I was the one who went and paid for the whole wedding.
What?
And since that wedding I paid for would not be seating me, I chose to have it canceled.
I have no idea what you're talking about. This whole wedding was all paid for by Dad. What the hell are you going on about?
Oh, now that you say that, I'm sure that's how he explained things to you, but unfortunately, whatever your father was telling you was a lie. In reality, I was the one that paid for every little thing related to the wedding today.
What? Are you being serious?
Well, yes, of course I'm being serious. Isn't the fact that your wedding is being canceled right now clear enough evidence of that?
Why? If you're really the one who paid for everything, then why did Dad lie to me about it?
That's because your father wants you to continue liking him, and would rather you like him than me. And, well, that led to him trying to show off so that you'd stay with him instead of coming to me. Well, it's too bad things had to end this way, because now you're just going to find out just how poor of a father he really is.
No way. You have to be lying. I just went and asked Dad about this, and he won't say a word to me now.
I'm sure he won't, because no matter how much he's tried to fake being the man of the house, the only true man of the house with all the power and money was me. That man can't do anything by himself, and you'll soon realize that.
You have all the power and money? But the one making the most money is Dad, right?
No, that would be me. Honestly, with your father, he's already been trying his best just to stay alive. And that's with the help of me giving him a monthly allowance.
Huh? What does that mean? I never heard anything about all of that.
And that's because you never care to listen to what anyone has to say to you. I've talked about this many times now, about how I happen to work a very important job from home, and that I'm the one paying for everything in the home. And I have made sure that every time you tried to say I was only in my room playing games, that I am actually in there working diligently. Yet you never listened to any of those words I said, and continued to believe in that lie you made up about me. So don't get upset with me that you chose to live in your false reality.
Are you really making all of that money from home? Wait, I sort of had an idea that you'd be working a little bit in that room, but I just assumed you were only making enough to support your hobby of gaming.
Well, you never actually cared about anything I was up to and would always leave the house and go out and mess around. That's why you have no idea what kinds of things I was doing for work.
But I was always getting my allowance from Dad.
I know, and all of that money was coming from me. But your father wanted to make sure, no matter what, that you never found out about that. So I had to keep it a secret for so long that I was the one who really handed all her money to the family.
Why would you keep all of that a secret?
Because if I were to say anything, then your father would have been destroyed, right? He wanted to seem like this really cool father in front of you. And during those times, I was in love with him. So I had to give in to what he wanted and keep everything a secret with him.
Wait, Dad is starting to get really upset right now. He wants to know why you've started talking about all that. He's telling me to tell you that all of that has nothing to do with my wedding?
What? Such a loser. So that's all he has to say about what's going on? What do you think of him, Jordan? Do you still find your father to be a really cool guy after he went and kept all this stuff about his income and money to you a secret?
I really want to get pissed off at him right now, and what he's done is totally uncool and makes me want to say goodbye to him forever too. Why have I respected my dad so much all this time?
Right? I was thinking that myself, and that's why I gave up on keeping that a secret from you. So there you go. That's why I've told you the truth, yet it seems your father still wants to keep the truth hidden from you.
I get it now. I get it all now, so you can come back here. You can come back here and join my wedding, as long as you tell the staff it won't be canceled.
You really think something as wonderful as that is going to happen for you? I told you already that I'm going to get this divorce now, right? I knew something like this was going to happen today, so I made sure to prepare in advance. That's why all of your things are out of the house now, and I'll go ahead and toss them for you, okay?
What? What are you talking about now? Wait, does this mean the house is also...
That's right. My name is on the house. I've been the one renting the house this whole time, and pretty soon here I'm going to be moving out. I've really wanted to get myself a proper office for work, and so I was thinking it'd be best to get myself an office and then set up a bed in there to sleep. I'll have the lock and everything changed on the house, so both you and your father can stay out of it now.
Wait a second!
Things are going way too quickly for me. I never heard about any of that either. Aren't you being a real jerk right now, tossing all my things out of the house like that? Wasn't all of this what you wanted, though? I'm giving you the gift of a divorce between myself and your father, yet you're going to get all upset about it now? You don't have to divorce Dad anymore. Please, come back here. You have to do something about what's going on here. All of the groom's family is getting really upset with me now and are threatening to take him away from me. Wow, sucks to be you then, I suppose. Too bad that I don't care. Honestly, I'm sure they are all happy to learn about the true person you and your father are before having the wedding. They're probably thankful for what I've done. Shut the hell up! Do you have any idea what this will do to my life? You think I care about some complete stranger's life? Be happy that I gave up 25 years of my life supporting you and your father. Be thankful for all that. I understand, and I am very thankful for all you've done. Thank you so much for everything, Mom. So please come back here now. I don't ever remember being your ATM, all right? So stop it with all of that fake appreciation for me and get real. Really, do you have any idea how much I am done with your father? Always needing me to do everything for him, even going as far as asking me to pay for your whole wedding, and then on the day of, stabbing me in the back? I think the both of you need to spend some quality time in hell for this. Don't say things like that. I'm not kidding when I say that right now things are really crazy. Dad's girlfriend just showed up to the wedding. She just started to tell him about how back in the day she did some things with his older brother. He knew about how she used to work as a prostitute and would take advantage of her all the time. Oh, she's talking about that stuff now? I knew there was something wrong with her. But to think she did something as wild as that with his brother. What? Do you know her? After you gave me a few hints about how your father was cheating on me, I decided to delve into it a bit more. I got my lawyer involved, and we hired an investigator to have a look at what was going on with your father and her. We needed to know about who she was and what she was up to. You went and did something like that? And as for the allowance I was handing your father each and every month, most of it was going to that woman and the time he spent with her. I want all that money back that I wasted on him, so I'll make sure this settlement I get from him is huge. Settlement? You thought I'd just skip all the fun? I know about how he's been with her for the longest time now, cheating on me. And, well, cheating on me while married gives me the ability to take action against him. I'm still in the talks with my lawyer, so please give me just a few more days. Wait, oh, this can't be happening. Dad doesn't even have the money to pay you back. You think I care about him having the money or not? If he doesn't, then he'd better start moving his ass and making that money for me. We're being asked to pay for the rest of this wedding now? We don't have that kind of money on us. Please, come here and do something about this, Mom. Who is this mom you're talking about? You would never be calling some stranger that, right? You and I have cut ties completely now. So would you shut your mouth and let me have the peace of being free from you both that I deserve? Please don't say things like that, Mom. I will apologize to you for everything my dad and I have done. Don't abandon the both of us at a time like this. Up until a few days ago, I had been trying my best not to be bothered by everything your father and you were doing and just focus on my work. But now that I think about it, I should have gotten rid of you both long ago before things came to this. Now, I've told you what this divorce is, right? It's that present you were asking from me for your wedding that's better than anything anyone else will be giving you, all right? And you losing your wedding and getting into debt with your father is something I believe suits the both of you as well. So please take that next step forward and fall into the hell you've created for yourself. After that, the rest of the groom's family had had enough of Jordan, and they all began to walk out of the wedding hall, officially ending the wedding that Jordan had been so happy about. And as for what Jordan had been saying about her already being married to her fiancé, she was lying and only said that in order to make me feel even worse about how she would be leaving and wanting me to divorce her father. Anyway, as the rest of the groom's guests left the hall, so did a lot of Jordan's guests as well. And soon it was just her and Richard in there, surrounded by the wedding staff, asking for the remainder of the payment that was needed. Neither of them could afford to pay the remaining $5,000, and so Richard ended up writing them a check, knowing very well it would bounce in a couple of days and he'd be in huge trouble. When those two came running back to the house from the wedding, they both found all their things out in the yard, as well as the doors all being locked like I had said. They sat outside for hours, begging to be let inside by me, but I wasn't even at the house at the time and was just watching all of this drama unfold through my doorbell camera. And before they both decided to give up and leave my property, they got into this massive fight, screaming and yelling at one another about whose fault all of this was, before running out of energy and running off. They both would later get themselves a dirt cheap apartment where they've been living now without any furniture in it besides what they already owned. They would later be visited by my lawyer, who would let Richard know that the divorce had been concluded and that he and I were officially exes now. And along with that, he would be told about the settlement he owed me, and that he would get 3 months to pay it off, or else I would be taking him to court and raising said settlement. I'm not really sure he'll ever be able to get me that money I've asked for, but that's all right, because I know deep down that I already have more money than he ever will, and that at least I was given this divorce, which is going to be saving me a lot of money going into the future. The both of them regret never appreciating me for all the things I did for them, and have since had to sit in that apartment crying about what they've lost. But that's not something I care about, as those two most definitely deserved this. And I'm sure once that wedding hall finds that the check has bounced, they will go after Richard and Jordan, and they'll have a new kind of hell to live in. As for myself, I ended up ending the lease on that rented house and got myself a decent-sized office space downtown where I can get my work done from. There's also a small kitchenette inside it and enough space in one of the adjacent rooms for me to make a bedroom out of. I think for the time being I'll be living here, focusing all of my time and effort entirely into my job, instead of into that selfish and greedy family that I once had.
Mark, there's something on my mind, and it's not easy for me to say, but I'm going to say it anyway.
What is it?
I think that you should find yourself a new job. I mean, you only work like 2 times a week. In your free time, you play video games at home or go out with your friends. Don't you want a full-time job?
I don't. I already live in a nice house and I'm happy with my life. I don't think there's any need for me to change anything.
But I'm the one paying for it all. Don't you think that's a little unfair? If I were in your position, I'd feel bad that I wasn't making enough money. And also insecure about my future.
What the hell? Are you saying that I'm a loser because I don't have a full-time job like you?
I'm not. I just think that you should think about your future. You can't rely on me forever. I mean, you're still young. Don't you want to do something meaningful with your life? Don't you get sick of playing games and going out with the same group of friends all the time?
Whatever, you don't need to lecture me. I should have never married an older woman had I known that you would start lecturing me like this.
What do you mean by that?
I wish I'd married someone that was younger than me. I mean, they're prettier and more loyal. I married you because I have a stable job and income, that's all. I thought that if I was getting married, it would be better to marry someone like you, someone that could take care of me for the rest of my life. But I guess that I was wrong.
You're already thinking about your post-retirement years?
Sort of. The one good thing I got out of this marriage is that you bought us a room in this high-rise condo. And the mortgage payments aren't that high, are they?
I didn't buy this place. I pay a pretty high rent for us to live here.
But I'm sure that is not a burden for you, seeing that you make good money. If we're being honest with each other today, I think that my love for you is gone. I don't have any feelings for you anymore.
What do you mean by that?
I'm sick and tired of you telling me what to do all the time. You might be 5 years older than me, but that doesn't make me your child. I'm your husband. You should treat me with more respect.
I'm not being bossy because I'm older than you. I'm just asking you to do the right thing for the both of us. It doesn't make sense that I'm doing all the work here.
You can think whatever you want, but don't share your thoughts with me. It's really irritating.
I had no idea this bothered you so much. Fine, I won't say what's on my mind anymore. But please do some self-reflection on your own then. Mark,
What do you want now? Stop nagging me. I've had enough of your complaining.
I know that you brought over a woman to our apartment while I was at work.
How the hell did you find out? I don't care that you found out, though. I'm going to see whoever I like whenever I want to.
Well, I won't allow you to bring them over to my apartment. And I can't believe you let her use our bed. What were you thinking?
Fine, then do you want to get a divorce?
What?
And I'm taking this house. You can go find yourself a new place to live.
Do you hear yourself? Do you know how selfish you're being right now? We're renting this place under my name. Why should I be the one to move out? And we're still married. I have every right to complain about you bringing women over to our place. Don't you understand that you're committing adultery?
I don't care what you think of me. I'm no longer in love with you, and this is my life. I'm going to do as I please. I'm sick and tired of listening to you complain all the time. I've had enough. I want you to move out.
So this means that you want to file for a divorce.
Yes, that's right. I don't see any benefits in staying married to you anymore. It stresses me out to be with you. It's not good for my health. I want you to move out as soon as possible.
Are you sure this is a good idea? Isn't it better for you to move out?
I don't think so. I like living here.
I don't think that you'll be able to afford the rent. Do you even know how much you make right now?
I may not make as much as you, but I'll be able to pay the rent. It's not a problem.
I don't think you understand how much the rent is.
Do you think that I'm stupid? I think that we have the divorce papers at home.
Yes, we do.
I'll file them soon then.
What the hell? We haven't even finished talking about this. How can you be so selfish? You only make $800 a month. How are you going to get by?
The rent is not that high, so I can manage. I don't spend that much anyway. I'm going to get back on my feet after we get divorced. I'm going to remarry a cute and young girl who takes better care of me.
Life is not that easy, you know. You're not going to miraculously find a great job when you want to. I didn't think you were such a lowlife.
What did you just call me?
I said that you're a good-for-nothing lowlife. I think we've done enough talking. You can file those divorce papers.
I'll file them as soon as possible. I'm so glad to have you out of my life.
Likewise. But I know that you won't be able to keep up with the rent. I can't wait to say I told you so to your face. You're sure of your decision to continue living here, right? You won't regret it later?
Yes, I'm sure. How many times do you have to ask me that? I love living here. You should change the name of the lease from yours to mine.
Will do. I wish you'd had appreciated me more, though. I did so much for you. I'm the one that's been supporting you financially ever since you quit your full-time job.
Well, as my wife, that was your obligation. It's nothing to brag about. All you did was pay the rent, and it's not even that much. It's like $100 a month, right? I'll pay the rent from now on, so move out as soon as you can. I don't want to see your face anymore.
Okay then, I'm moving out.
Great!
I just can't believe you're so stupid, though. Your punishment is coming your way soon. I've warned you. And I'm going to live my life happily without you.
Why do you keep on acting like I'm not going to be able to pay the rent? I'm not going to get punished for anything.
Well, if that's how you like to see things, fine by me. If I need anything more from you, I'll contact you through my lawyer.
Sounds great. I'm so happy that I don't have to live with you anymore.
Same here. Bye, asshole.
Yo, pick up your phone!
I'm at work, and we agreed to not speak to one another, remember? Text me instead. I did everything that you asked me to. What else do you want from me?
First of all, why did you take all the electrical appliances from my house? I called you last week about it, but you wouldn't pick up your phone.
I bought all those appliances, so I have every right to take them. It took me a while to move into my new place, but now that I have, I needed my appliances back.
Fine, I guess I can't complain about it, but you could have given me some warning. Now I have to go buy some appliances for myself.
I suppose. But why are you telling me all this? I'm sure that your new girlfriend can help you with the shopping.
Actually, there's a bigger problem. The rent is much higher than I expected it to be. There must be some sort of mistake.
Oh, so you finally got your bill. You should have read the contract when we changed the name in the agreement to yours.
I guess.
But this has nothing to do with me, so you need to figure it out on your own. I've been paying the rent up until now, and you never cared how much the rent was. It's not $100, you idiot. More like 10 grand. This is all your fault. You need to take responsibility for your actions.
So there's no mistake in the bill. The rent is 10 grand.
Yes, the rent is 10 grand.
You deceived me! The monthly rent is worth my annual salary amount. There's no way that I'll be able to pay this much.
I'm sure that it is a stretch for you. Good luck.
Is that all you have to say to me? Good luck? Are you having fun seeing me struggle like this? You knew that the rent was too high for me. Why didn't you say anything? I thought that the rent was like $100.
How could you assume that the rent was so cheap? You live in a nice place. It can't be that cheap. Don't you have any common sense?
Well, I saw that you paid a lot of money when we first rented this place out. And I also contributed all the savings that I had at the time. That's why I thought that the monthly rent wouldn't be so high, because we had already paid the majority at the beginning.
Well, that's not the case. It was money that needed to be paid to secure the room because it's so popular. And we also used the money to buy furniture. But what kind of an idiot are you to think that we could live here for so cheap? Your stupidity makes me laugh. You're a real joke.
Stop being so condescending! And this isn't funny at all. I can't afford to pay my rent.
Then why don't you ask your girlfriend to help out with the rent? I mean, she's living with you. That's the least she could do.
I can't ask my girlfriend to pay the rent. She looks up to me. She's 10 years younger than me.
It was stupid of her to choose to date you. I guess all you can do now is look for a decent job that pays well.
So you're not even going to offer to help me out? I'm not going to be able to find a new job in such a short span of time.
Well, if you can't come up with the rent, you're going to have to move out. The superintendent is going to ask you to pay the rent for the month that you've been living there.
But if I can't pay, I'm sure that will come to you next. I mean, the lease used to be under your name, so...
But we're divorced now. I don't have an obligation to help you out. Your parents are the guarantor, so I'm sure that the superintendent will get in touch with them if you don't pay the rent.
I didn't know that. How did I not know this?
So, you can't get away with not paying your rent. Your parents are going to be so pissed off with you when they find out about this. If your parents get mad at you over this, you won't have a place to live. Why are you even calling me about this? I thought that you never wanted to speak to me again.
I had no idea that this place was so expensive. You should have warned me about this. This is all your fault. You should take responsibility by paying the rent.
Why would I ever do that? I'm no longer a part of your life. Deal with it on your own, you scum.
Did you just call me scum?
I did, because you are scum. You only married me for my money. And then you quit your job and spent your time doing whatever you wanted. You made me do all the household chores and wasted my money on games and gambling. And on top of that, you found yourself a lover and had an affair. After that, you made me move out and tried to take my house from me. I don't deserve any of the crap you put me through. Now, you need to deal with this mess on your own. I'm no longer a part of your life.
Look, you have a point, and I'm sorry for the way that I treated you. I didn't mean for things to end like this between us. Can't you help me out for old time's sake? I mean, we used to be married.
The past is the past. It means nothing to me. We're strangers now.
Please don't say that. I'm sorry for cheating on you. I see how bad that was now. You still have feelings for me, right? Please don't leave me to suffer like this.
Feelings? Are you crazy? I don't feel anything for you anymore after the hell you put me through. You're the one that kicked me out. I suffered plenty. Now, it's your turn. I'm living in a fabulous new place now, and I have no intention of moving back in with you. My rent is pretty expensive, so I don't have the luxury to help you out with your rent.
Can I move in with you then?
No way.
Can we give it another try, please? I realized how much I love you after you moved out. I'm really sorry. I won't do anything else to hurt you.
I'd rather die than get back with you.
I'm serious! I know that we can make it work.
I hate you for what you did to me, and you're a loser who just wants to live with me for my money. I don't need you in my life. Now, can you please stop texting me? Good luck with your rent. If you can't pay the rent, I guess you'll need to borrow the money from somewhere. Although it's none of my concern now. Stop bothering me. I'm busy. In the end, Mark was not able to pay his rent. He suggested to his girlfriend that they escape during the night, but they were caught by the police the following morning. He had to beg his parents to help him pay the rent. He was then kicked out of his apartment and had no choice but to live on the streets until his parents forced him to live with them. As a result, his young girlfriend left him. He still owes his parents the rent they lent him, so he's desperately looking for a new job. He no longer has the freedom to do whatever he wants to do. He spends his time regretting the poor decisions that he had made that led him to this current situation. As for Melanie, after divorcing Mark, she lives a happy and fulfilling life. She even found herself a beautiful new boyfriend and continues to work hard at her company. She loves her new life without Mark. She made the right choice in divorcing Mark.
Sarah, have you come around to me yet? Recently you've been very cold.
What? What are you talking about?
I can see that during our last little argument that I was in the wrong, but it can't just be me that's at fault here, right? So I'd like for us to forget all that and get back to having fun together. Really, I do love the crap out of you, so I want things to be better.
Stop saying such stupid things like that, okay? You know very well that the two of us being together is over. So what the hell are you going on and on about now?
There's no way we're just gonna throw away what we had. I understand now what you really wanted from me. Everything's fine now though, so you don't have to worry about a thing.
Huh? But I don't want anything from you anymore. I don't need you around me anymore, so you think you can just leave it at that? And actually, can you just stop talking to me in general?
Sarah, I want to marry you.
What?
Come on! You've been wanting to marry me for a while now, right? But in my case, I've just never really had the same feelings and I couldn't talk to you about marriage much. That's the reason why I stopped talking to you for a little while, right?
I can't believe what you're thinking. Are you sure you're okay? I never said I wanted to get married to you. You have it all wrong.
I'm telling you right now that I want to marry you, though. I'm literally proposing here, so you should be happy. You're 39 years old right now, and you had been asking to get married before, right?
I said that I wanted to get married, but I never once said that I wanted to be married to you.
How long are you gonna keep trying to keep your feelings down? I'm saying that I'm okay with marrying a middle-aged woman like you. It's strange that you're not even going to thank me for being so kind.
That's it right there. That's how you always view things to make it seem like it's okay to talk down to me like that.
Huh? What do you mean? I don't get it.
You expect that I'm just gonna say yes to you proposing, right? That's why you think after all this time of me talking about marriage, you can finally come to me when our relationship is at a bust and ask to marry me. You think that you're the one that gets to make the final call between us. I'm sorry, but at this age, I don't have the time to deal with someone that continues to act like my feelings don't matter. And I've told you plenty of times now that we're not even together anymore. How many times do I have to tell you that for you to understand me?
Listen, you can't be serious right now.
What?
The way you're acting now is only gonna make it harder for you to find a man that'll give his life to marry you. It's embarrassing for you, right? You're almost 40 years old now, and yet you still act like a child? I'm telling you that you'll never find another man who wants to marry you after me. Well, I suppose that me actually getting down on one knee will do the trick for you. Sarah, I want to be the one that gets to eat your cooking every day. Will you marry me?
No, I don't want a jerk like you to eat any of my cooking.
What? What does that mean?
I'm not marrying you. I'm saying no to your proposal. I'm sorry for continuing to reply to your texts, but I really do not have any intentions of marrying you. We've already been apart for some time now, so don't think of us as ever having a chance at marriage. Now, I'm gonna get going.
Stop messing around already.
No matter how you try to twist the situation, you're the only one that's messing around right now.
To think that some old woman is gonna turn down my proposal? You can stop joking around with me now, okay?
And I have no desire to marry a man that thinks he's better than the person he wants to be his wife. Like I said, you're just a crazy ex now, so there's no chance. Now, anything else from you is going to really piss me off, so I'm leaving now.
Are you just upset because I'm not asking you to marry me face to face? I guess there's no other options, huh? I'll come to your house to see you. Will that make you happy?
I have no idea why you can't seem to understand me saying no.
Well, I'll be at your house soon to give you a proper proposal. I'm surprised that I have to go this far just to get a middle-aged woman to marry me. I guess I really am a keeper, aren't I? You better start practicing your excited response to me.
Are you even listening to me? We aren't even dating anymore, so of course I'm going to say no to you.
I've just arrived at your house.
You're kidding.
Where did you run away to?
I'm literally running away from you. Why would I tell you where I've gone?
Why are you running away from me? Are you still not happy with me after everything I've done today?
What are you talking about? Seriously, what? All I remember you doing as you came to my front door was punching me in the gut for saying no to your proposal. You then went and started yelling at me and calling me horrible things for absolutely no reason. Why the hell else do you think I'm running away from you now? You're a frickin' danger to me.
Sarah, you're 39 years old, right? Are you really saying that you don't want to start a family? I'm being kind to you by giving up my life as a single man to join you in making that happen. Yet after all I've done for you today, you've acted like a total witch. You are one hell of an idiot. Maybe this is what they mean by becoming senile as you age.
Why do you keep talking? Are you not aware that I've had enough of you? You literally just punched me. I have no idea what makes you think you can be violent towards a woman you just asked to marry you.
Oh, come on. I wasn't being violent. You just happened to get in the way of my gesture there. All I was trying to do for you was show you my love for you, and you just happened to make the wrong choice at the wrong time. I think it's time that you realize you are not a young and cute girl anymore. No other man is gonna come after you asking for your hand in marriage like I am now. Now stop your pouting and get back over here.
Pouting? What makes you think this is me pouting right now? You don't even know a thing about me. All you are is some stranger to me that just punched me like a maniac. We're not even dating, yet you've come to me asking for marriage? That's messed up, man. I've told you at least 4 times now that I'm through with you, yet you still act like I'm being childish and pouting right now. This is ridiculous.
Huh? You can't say no to me. I've had enough of this. Now come back to me. I just got out of work after a long day earlier, and I was nice enough to come all the way over here to propose. So hurry up and talk with me about our marriage!
No, thank you.
I said I've had enough of your jokes. From now on, we have to think about becoming a family. And to do that, we can't waste any more time, right? Especially someone who's already halfway through their life. They have no time to waste turning down marriage and making jokes about it. I'm sorry that I happened to punch you, but we're going to get married and you're going to like it.
I just spoke with the police.
Huh?
I told them that you got upset over me saying no to your proposal and ended up choosing violence. It's funny because I never once asked for you to marry me either. We had broken up a while back, so what makes you think I'd seriously still be thinking about you? But I guess you aren't thinking, are you? Or at least not thinking straight. And that's why things have come to this. I was thinking of even forgiving you, but I guess that would have been a huge mistake.
Huh? What do you mean? I have no idea what you're going off about, but you need to calm down. That whole thing about you telling the police was just a joke as well, right?
The only person that I wish was joking right now would be you. In my case, I haven't said one thing that's been a joke. And me talking to the police about this is all facts. That's all I have left to say to you. Is there a problem or something?
We're supposed to become a family, right? There's no way that you would choose to go with the police about this, right?
I know you said you want to become my husband and all, but I'm sorry to say that the police had to get involved the moment you chose to punch me. What's wrong with a violent man being taken in by the police?
You really plan to have your husband taken into custody, huh? I'm tired of you playing these pointless games with me. I did nothing to provoke any of this.
Are you kidding? You just came to your ex's house and punched her in the gut.
I so did not. All I did was tap you on the stomach a little, you know?
Oh, just shut the hell up, you prick. I'm not only getting really frustrated with you right now, but I'm actually starting to see red.
You get back into this house right now. I'm waiting for you in my car right now. If you don't get back here soon, I'm going to come out and look for you.
Say whatever you'd like. The police are already on their way over there. And so the next time you see me, it'll be with both me and my lawyer. If that's what you want, then I'm free meeting you anytime.
What? Your lawyer? Why do you have a lawyer? Not only have you gotten the police involved, but now you have your own lawyer with you? Are you going insane?
The only person that has gone insane is you, Roy. We only dated for about 2 months or so. And in the end, I made it very clear that we had broken up and that I was finished with you, yet you still act like we're together. In my mind, there's not a single thought about you, yet you've come back thinking that proposing to me will fix all of this for you? I think you'd fare pretty well with a long stay at some mental hospital, don't you think? I'm a 39-year-old woman right now. I don't have the patience or time to sit here taking crap from some lost cause of a man all day that thinks he has the right to talk down to me like I have nothing. Which is wild, since compared to me, you're a complete and utter mess. I'm aware that you're younger than me, but only by a single year. Which doesn't even seem right considering you have the maturity of a 5-year-old right now. Do you not see any problems with all of this, Roy?
Hold on now. You don't have to get all worked up over all this, right? I'm surprised right now. I've never seen you get this angry before, and I've known you forever.
You haven't even known me for a year. This is all because you've pushed me way past my limit. Well, I hope that after this conversation, my lawyer will be able to see that we have in fact not been together this whole time. This will all make great evidence. All the texts you've sent that don't make any sense and the parts where you just forced yourself over to my house. Everyone will even be able to see how you acting this crazy led to you punching me in the gut.
I don't quite understand why you want to do all this, but you're going to make this situation much worse. Do you think that you can just call everything off? All I did was propose to you because I have a large portion of love for you.
Really? Don't try to make me laugh.
Huh? What?
You say you came to propose to me, but I'm also aware that you have a lot of debt. The only reason you want me to marry you is so that I'll pay it all off.
Wait, no. Why would I ever do that?
Seems you're starting to change your attitude now that I've brought up your true reasoning behind all this. When I found out you had that much in debt, I chose to break up with you. And that's why even now I'm saying no to your proposal. You can see now the reason why I don't want to be with you, right? I've told you the truth.
I never wanted you to pay for my debt. Everything that's had to do with my debt is my problem, not yours.
Well, either way, I made it super clear that I'd never say yes to you. Yet you come to my house and punched me in the gut for it. It's perfectly reasonable for me to call the police on you.
Do you really not want to be my wife?
I've said it already, Roy. I never planned on getting married to you. And now that you've assaulted me and have all that debt, it's a definite no. Maybe you should have taken care of yourself before coming to me with a question like that.
I don't have to take care of myself. I was planning on having you as my wife so we could have a happy time together. None of this was about the money I owe. But if you really are saying that you won't marry me, then at least give me some money. I'll take that for all this time of mine that you've wasted.
After all you've done and said, what part makes you think that it's a good idea to ask for money from me now? You're about to be taken into custody, and after that you'll be seeing me in court with my lawyer. I'll make sure that you pay for not only assaulting me, but also for causing me all this stress.
What? So I'm the one that's wrong here?
Oh, for Christ's sake. You punched a woman in the stomach. I know that you thought a 39-year-old woman would say yes to you about getting married, but I would never marry a freak like you, even if you were the last man on this planet. I don't even think that women older than me would be stupid enough to marry someone as messed up in the head as you. Women have the right to make their own choice, Roy. And nobody is going to choose to marry a full-grown man that they'd end up having to raise like a child. So if you think you can just find another woman to go and marry you, go ahead. I'll be waiting to see what they think of you.
I never thought that you would go this far to say no to me.
Well, maybe if you just listened to my answer in the first place, this wouldn't need to be happening. So, have you finally come to see that your screwed up thought processes and actions are the reason behind me hating you?
I understand. Can you please forgive me for punching you? If the police get involved in this and take me, the company I work for is gonna learn about this. If they hear about all this, then I'll definitely get fired from my job. Can you please call the police and tell them to stop?
It's way too late for you to start reasoning like an adult now. You made it very clear to everyone that you're just a piece of crap. This is what happens when you think you can take advantage of some middle-aged woman.
I'm saying sorry for all this, aren't I? Please!
I'm going into my 40s here soon and have a very nice job and a house now. I'm living a better life than I had expected. Yet, how about you? You've only just started working your low-level office job and you're deep in debt. And you go out telling older women to marry you so that they can help you with your problems. You even expect them to pay everything off for you. Disgusting. How could you ever think you had the upper hand on me?
I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean any harm, and I really am terribly sorry for punching you today. I promise that I'll never come around or talk to you ever again. So can you please just stop whatever it is you have planned for me?
I'm well aware you won't ever see me again. But I've already decided on what has to be done, so I can't stop it now. Now, it's getting late. Just make sure you tell the police everything you've done when they arrive, okay? You'll be far better off telling the truth to them than having to be exposed in court. Just after telling her ex that things were over for him, the police arrived and dragged him out of his car to the front of her house. They took him into the county jail and there charged him with assault. The news was also relayed to Roy's workplace and he was promptly fired from his job there. Roy was then found to be really far back on payments towards his house and car and lost both of those to the bank. He also didn't have any money to afford a lawyer, and so he was given one. And when asking his parents to come and help him, they told him they no longer wanted him as their son. At this point, Roy became even deeper in debt and could no longer see himself ever escaping the hell he was in. And since Sarah made it clear that she never wanted to be around him anymore, moved to a new apartment and made sure that the complex was closed and surrounded with different forms of security. So with that, it's very unlikely she'll ever have to think of Roy coming after her again. I'm sure that makes her feel the most relaxed she's felt in a long while. All she hopes for now is that Roy learns his mistakes in jail and that he one day can become an adult like the rest of his age group.
Melanie, what are you up to today? I'm at your house now, but my son tells me that you're coming home late tonight. Would you please make an effort to come home earlier so that I can see you today?
I'm trying to finish up work and I'll be home as soon as I'm done. Please don't be angry with me. I have to get this done today.
Don't use work as an excuse to avoid seeing me.
Work is not an excuse, but you have a point. I don't want to see you given the choice. You're always so mean to me. The last time that you came over, you spilled sugar on the floor on purpose. Do you know how many ants came into our dining room because of that?
Well, it's your fault for not wiping up the floors right away. And how dare you say that I spilled the sugar on purpose? I mean, who does that? My hand slipped, that's all.
I was watching you. You picked up the container of sugar, opened the lid, and spilled the contents onto the floor. Your hand did not slip. I love how you make up such ridiculous excuses. I know that you can be pretty mean to me at times, but I still like you nonetheless. But sometimes you get carried away.
Enough chatting. I need you to come home and make dinner for us. You're not going to make John prepare dinner, are you?
He's more than happy to make dinner tonight. In fact, he offered. It makes sense too because I'm still at work.
You don't know how John really feels. You pressure him into doing things. He can't say no to you. Besides, as his wife, isn't it your job to prepare the meals?
What world are you living in? It's completely normal for men to cook. Whoever said that it was a woman's job to prepare all the meals? Besides, men who cook are really popular with the ladies.
That's just what young men are saying because they can't stand up to their girlfriends or wives. What happened to traditional rules like the woman taking care of the house for her husband?
Look, we no longer live in a world where women are expected to stay at home and take care of their houses and their husbands. I'm so glad that the rules for women have changed for the better. John doesn't expect me to do all the housework on my own, so I have time to relax whenever I want to.
I don't know why John chose someone like you to marry. You say that you're busy with work, but how come you have the time to be texting me right now?
I told my boss that my mother-in-law was texting me, so he allowed me to respond, but he's getting impatient with me.
Well, get back to work then. I'm so ashamed to have you as my daughter-in-law.
I don't think that I'm such a bad wife to John. You, on the other hand, you're a terrible mother-in-law. You're always nagging me and trying to make my life miserable. I'm trying to make you happy too, so please don't be so hard on me.
Okay, whatever. I've given up on getting you to prepare dinner for us tonight. I'll make dinner tonight. Are you excited?
Why the sudden change in your mood? I don't get it. John already agreed to make dinner for us, so why don't you let him?
John came home from work tired. I can't ask him to make dinner. I'm nice, so I'll have dinner ready for you too. Once you get home, we can all sit down for dinner.
That sounds nice, but you do know that I'm allergic to wheat, right?
What? I had no idea.
Well, now you know. I'm allergic to wheat, so there are certain foods that I can't eat. I'm sure that I told you about it before.
I thought that you just didn't like wheat. I didn't think that it was an actual food allergy. You shouldn't be so picky about what you want to eat and what you don't.
So you think that I'm lying about my food allergy? Why in the world would I do something like that? I hope that you're not going to force me to eat wheat. That would be crazy. Even for you.
Of course I wouldn't do that. I'm not a monster. I know how dangerous food allergies can be. But in your case, it's not an allergy. You just don't like to eat wheat.
You've got it all wrong. I really am allergic to wheat. I have some blood test results if you don't believe me.
And I don't believe you. When are you gonna stop lying about having a food allergy? I've seen a photo of you eating bread.
That bread was made with rice flour, and it doesn't contain any wheat. That's why I was able to eat that bread.
I've never heard of bread without wheat. You must be making this up. And I've seen you eat other things that contain wheat, like fried chicken, for instance.
I substitute rice flour for the wheat flour so that I can eat all those foods. How can you not know this? You've been a housewife for how many years now?
Are you making fun of me? You know what? I'm going to prove to everyone that you're lying about your wheat allergy.
I don't know why this is such a big deal to you. And why can't you be nicer to me? If you don't believe me, please ask John. He knows the truth.
I'm not going to bother John with such a silly question. And I don't want him to know that his wife was lying about her food allergy either. I don't want him doubting you for something so small.
Then why don't you take a look at my blood test results? That will clear up this misunderstanding.
I bet you falsified your blood test results. It's easy to do that nowadays with all the technology that's out there.
But why in the world would I do that? What's in it for me? I really need to get back to work now. My manager is not happy that I've been texting you all this time.
Well, I'm not going to forgive you for deceiving John and I.
None of this is my fault, and I didn't do anything wrong. And I don't enjoy arguing with you either. I wish we got along better. And I know that you spilled milk on me on purpose this morning. Because of it, I was late to work.
Well, you should have given yourself more time to get ready for work. Then you wouldn't have been late over spilled milk. Don't blame everything on me.
Well, you're clearly to blame. This isn't fair to me. And it's natural to want to stay in bed as long as possible. I was really tired too.
I'll be waiting for you with dinner ready on the table. Come home as soon as you can, okay?
Okay, see you then. A few hours later.
I can't believe that you went as far as calling an ambulance tonight. It looks like you got over your distaste for wheat tonight. You should be grateful to me.
30 minutes later.
How long are you gonna keep ignoring me? I know that you're trying to make a big deal out of this by ignoring me, but it's not working. You're not going to fool me with your lies. The wheat allergy is not the only thing that you lied about. Why did you lie about your allergy in the first place? You were fine when I made you eat a piece of bread.
Melanie is in a coma now because of what you did to her.
What? How did that happen? She was perfectly fine a few hours ago.
What the hell were you thinking? This is not a game. Melanie has a serious food allergy, and you made her eat some bread when I wasn't looking. How could you?
John, what do you mean about Melanie being in a coma? Melanie's just pretending. Don't let her fool you.
Did it look like she was acting to you? Because it sure didn't look that way to me. Now she's in the hospital. This is serious. I told you many times that she had a wheat allergy. Why would you bring over some bread when you knew that?
But I've seen her eating bread before, so I thought that it would be okay. I didn't think that she was actually allergic to wheat.
The bread that Melanie was eating was made with rice flour.
She did mention that to me too, but I thought that she was making it all up.
Melanie is really allergic to wheat. Even a small amount can be lethal to her. I can't believe that you forced her to eat bread with wheat in it. What were you thinking? She's in a coma, and I don't know if she's ever going to wake up. How could you do this to her?
But I didn't. Melanie is always lying, so I assumed that it was another one of her lies. It's not my fault that I didn't believe what she was saying to me.
I know that Melanie makes stupid jokes, like telling us that she came home riding a wild boar, but she would never joke about something like this. She likes to joke around, but that doesn't make her a liar. She's the most honest person I know, and I'm sure that you feel the same way.
Well, she made it difficult for me to differentiate between her jokes and her lies.
There's no point in me wasting my time talking to you. That's not going to make Melanie any better.
John, I'm sorry about what happened to Melanie, but it wasn't my fault. I would never do anything to hurt Melanie intentionally, let alone you.
So, you were doing Melanie a favor when you shoved a piece of bread into her mouth? You make me sick. I'm ashamed to be related to you. I'm going to get back at you for what you did to Melanie. You better watch out.
John, can we please talk about this face to face? I'm really sorry about Melanie. You have to believe me.
Shut up! I'm going to tell the police about what you did to Melanie.
Why would you involve the police? This is a family matter.
Well, I no longer consider you to be my family. Melanie is my only family as far as I'm concerned.
Please don't say that.
If you're still at my house, I want you to leave. I never want to see your face again.
But it's the middle of the night. How am I supposed to get home? And it's not like you to threaten me like this. What's gotten into you?
Do you not understand the seriousness of what you've done to Melanie? You committed attempted murder! And the worst part of it all is that you don't even feel bad about what you've done. All you do is keep making excuses for yourself. Now get out of my house!
But
A few days later.
Melanie, are you feeling better? I'm so relieved that you came out of your coma. I was so worried about you.
I'm fine now. Thank you. I can't believe that I was in a coma for a few days, though. I guess I'm tougher than I look.
I'm so happy that you're back to being your old self.
What happened with your mother?
I'm furious with her, because she doesn't seem to realize the gravity of the situation and what she did to you. She's making up all these excuses to not make herself look bad.
I see. I can imagine her doing that.
Well, we never have to see her again. I told her that I wanted nothing to do with her. I'm really sorry that I let my crazy mother do this to you. You didn't deserve any of it.
You don't need to apologize, John. You didn't do anything wrong.
But I should have been the one to stop her. I had no idea that she would do something so terrible to you. I knew that things between the two of you weren't going well. I should have stepped in sooner and not let this continue for so long.
Don't beat yourself up over this. I know that you did your best to protect me from your mother. I really did want to get along with her. I'm bummed that things didn't turn out well.
Well, I won't ever forgive my mom for what she did to you.
You're absolutely right. She went too far this time and she needs to pay for her actions.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
A few more days later.
John, are you really not speaking to me anymore?
Don't text me. I'm sure that my lawyer told you that we'd only communicate through him.
I don't have a job or a place to live right now, and I could really use your help. I'm staying in a hotel right now, but I'm starting to run out of money. I can only stay for another 2 nights.
By the way, I used to pay for your smartphone bills, but not anymore. You're on your own now.
Oh,
Thanks for reminding me about that. I need to make sure that the company knows to get in touch with you regarding your bill. I wouldn't want to make the mistake of continuing to pay for your bills.
but if I can't afford to pay my bills, they'll stop my phone.
Well, that's not my problem, is it? Do you really need a smartphone, though? No one wants to talk to you anymore.
Please don't be so cruel to me. You're still my son. Please don't be so cold to me. I'll apologize to Melanie again if that's what it takes to get you to forgive me.
Are you sure that you're not just going to make up more excuses as to why this wasn't your fault?
Well,
And if you really feel so bad, you would be on the phone to Melanie right now, apologizing. You know that Melanie recovered from her coma, yet you haven't reached out to her once. I bet that deep down, you blame Melanie for all this. You don't feel bad about what you did to her.
That's not true. You have to believe me.
I have nothing else to say to you. Please, stop texting me. We're going to sue you for what you did to Melanie, so you better start saving up.
I don't have a job. How am I supposed to do that? Do you expect me to borrow money from somewhere?
Yes, I do. I have no pity for you. This is all your fault. Bye now.
Wait!
10 minutes later.
Melanie, it's Miranda. I hope that it's not too late for me to apologize to you about what happened. I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you.
Are you texting me because your own son blocked you? I don't want to hear your empty apologies.
I really mean it when I say that I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I just had a hard time opening up to you and being honest with you. I regret the way that I treated you, and I'm deeply, deeply sorry.
I'm sure that your life isn't going to be easy from now on, but you'll pay us the money that you owe us, right? That's the least you can do to show us that you're really sorry.
Melanie, I don't have a job and my family and friends are not speaking to me anymore. Can't you just let this go? I told you how sorry I am.
No, I can't. I'll be waiting for your payments. I've got to go now. Bye.
I'm in a lot of trouble and I need your help. I went to the hospital yesterday and they told me that I was depressed. I need my family to get through this.
I see. But I don't believe a word that you're telling me. You just want me to pity you.
I can give you the documents from my doctor if you don't believe me.
A doctor's certificate? Isn't that something you could easily falsify using a computer? After John kicked his mother out of the house, Miranda ended up homeless. And she still had to pay an enormous amount of money to me because of what she did to me. She ended up borrowing thousands of dollars in order to pay me. I thought that she would come see John and I to rebut it, but it seemed that she no longer had the energy to fight back. In the end, she moved to the countryside to run away from the loan sharks that were chasing her to pay back the money that she had borrowed. John and I are doing really well. Ever since that incident with his mother, John has been even more careful about the food that I eat so that something like that doesn't ever happen to me again. I can see that he really cares about me a lot.
Hey, what the heck was that all about?
What is it, you stupid little brat?
You lied to me about how the date for the wedding had been changed, didn't you?
Ah, so you figured out that that was just a lie.
I knew it. So you really were trying to lie to me there. Why? Why would you lie to me about details like that?
Well, there were some things that came up and changed the current situation for me. And that led me to wanting you to stay away from my wedding is all.
Wanting me to stay away? What happened that would make you want me to stay away?
Well, come on now. Think about it yourself, would you? The wedding's going to be one of the most important days for Piper and me, and I'd rather you celebrate our wedding from afar, if you know what I mean.
What the heck? I can't believe that you try and keep the little sister of the bride away from her wedding. Do you have any idea how much effort I've helped put into this wedding for you two?
What are you going on about there, Riley?
Well, it's probably better that you don't know what I'm talking about now. But anyway, Piper has asked for me to be there at the wedding and not to miss a thing.
Is that so? Well, even if she wants you to be there, I don't. I don't want you there for the sake of Piper's and my future together.
I am her little sister. I am a part of Piper's family. I am going to make sure I'm there on the day of her wedding for her, whether you like it or not, all right? What are you trying to do, Damien? I can't believe you're taking things this far now.
What? You still haven't gotten out of here yet? I don't care how many times you try and message me in order to get me to talk. I have a lot on my plate at the moment. There are very important customers here for me, and I can't be slowed down by you. I told you to get out of here, so scram!
Why are you trying so dang hard to get me to leave this place, Damien?
I don't want someone with the looks of you coming into this place. This wedding is meant to be a place for celebration, not disgust.
And I came here today to celebrate you and my sister getting married, just like the rest of the guests.
I'm the groom here, and I want you gone.
Are you kidding me? I am Piper's little sister, for God's sake. Do you not realize how bad things could turn out for you if she found out how hard you're trying to get rid of me?
You're nothing to me, and you're going to be nothing to her as well once this wedding happens. Do you really think I accept someone with a scar like that on her face as my little sister?
Wait, that's your reason for acting like that? You want me out of this wedding because of the scar on my face?
That's exactly right, Riley.
What the heck? How were you ever able to find a way to marry my sister of all people when you say things like that?
That's because she's madly in love with me. And that's the reason why today is a very, very special day for her and I. Do you think either of us really want you to be here, ruining the vibe at our wedding with a hideous face like that?
So you just want me gone because you think I'm going to ruin your wedding with my looks?
Yep, that's right. I want you gone in order to safeguard my future with Piper.
No frickin' way.
Shut the hell up. I have a lot of things going on right now, and I do not need you here getting in my way any longer. Hurry the hell up and get lost. And once you're gone, don't you ever come back around your sister and me. I have a lot riding on my plate now, and don't need you here screwing it up.
A lot riding on your plate?
There's someone I'm waiting for. Someone very important to me that will decide the fate of my future. Someone who's very powerful in the world of music production. They're coming to this wedding today, as they happen to already know Piper. If I'm able to get on that producer's good side, then my dream of making it big won't be too far away anymore.
However, once anyone learns about the real person you're hiding under that mask, I don't think anyone will want you making it big.
The real person I am? I'm the perfect person, Riley. What about me am I hiding from others that would turn them off?
I'll tell you, you're the kind of person that thinks it's all right to do as they please, the kind of person that finds it completely all right to have me kicked out of my own sister's wedding just because of my looks. I cannot believe my sister is marrying a man like you.
You're just over-exaggerating things. I'm not doing any of this because I'm a bad person. Rather, I'm just trying to protect my future with your sister.
What future am I going to harm? I haven't done a single thing that would be harming your future with her. You literally were just over here kicking me to the ground and getting all my dress clothes dirtied. You've even gotten my hands scuffed up pretty badly by what you've done.
Ha! Who cares that you have a couple more cuts on your hands now? You already have that massive scar on your face, so nobody will notice a thing. Ha ha!
This is unbelievable. You have no right talking about me like that, Damien. I really should have made sure to meet with you before all this started. Then I would have had time to stop this wedding and make sure that you never got married to my sister.
Ha! Well, it's too late for that now. See ya!
The wedding will be starting at 11 a.m., okay? I'm sure you're already here, though, right? Yeah, I'm here. I was thinking of having small cheers before things kicked off, so perhaps you can start making your way over to me. All right, I'll be over to you in a little bit. Don't be late, all right? I want you to be here to join the cheers, and then after that, be ready to watch the whole wedding. I also want to show off my wedding dress to you. I'll be there for all of that, I promise. But why do you want me seeing everything? Well, that's because I care about you a lot, Riley. I feel as though you deserve to be around me on my biggest day so that I can show you how much I care about you, like you've cared for me. You're still going on about things like that? But I should. We don't have to talk about things from the past anymore, Piper, okay? This is supposed to be your big day, and I want you to be focused on that more than me. I know, but I want you to be here to see my dress before the rest of the guests do. I want you to see that this time I'll be all right. then you can stop worrying about me for good and get back to focusing on your own life. Thank you for that. I didn't think you were that worried about my situation. But no matter how much you try and show me you're okay, I'm going to be thinking about you. You're my family, after all, and that's what we do for our family. Yeah, that's exactly right. So I'm going to continue doing everything in my power to make sure you're the happiest you can be. Well, you might want to know that I do a lot of this for another reason as well. To make up for some of the past where I may have hurt you more than a little sister should. I hope you understand that as well, and know that I want to make everything right between us. Yeah, of course I know that. I'm the one that's relying on you now, so I promise that everything you do won't make me upset or hurt. And I promise that everything you're doing is truly making things right for us. Thank you, Piper. You've made me feel a lot more confident about what needs to be done next then. What? What are you talking about? I have just a few more things to do, and then I'll be over there to see you before the cheers. Then we can talk. You'd better stop all your crap, because I'm coming back in.
No way! I was just about to go and tell Piper that you'd gone back home and wouldn't be here for the wedding.
She's not going to believe any of that to be true, though. I was just asked by her to hurry things up and go see her in a few minutes.
That woman is madly in love with me.
What?
I think that song I sung for her ensnared her in my line, and I'm going to reel her in by the end of the day without her ever getting off it. That's the reason why she's always been following me around, Riley. She can't get away. She doesn't want to get away. And that's just what I want from her as well. She's very convenient to me, so I need to make sure she's always at my side and on my side.
Convenient?
She listens to everything I tell her, and she never does anything crazy when it comes to being my partner, so I'm not going to lose any of my fans over her. She's the perfect woman for me to be with, and I'm not letting her go. And you want to know what makes her the best woman of all? The most convenient woman of all? When I told her I wanted this wedding, she went right ahead and did every single thing for me in terms of getting it prepared. And the best part of all? I didn't have to pay a single dime. This is all amazing for me.
I see. So that's what she is to you.
And to top things all off, she happens to have friends in the music business. Honestly, I have to say that she's the perfect tool for me to use. So until I've made it big in the music world, she's going to stay at my side.
What is all of this, Damien? Acting like you can just use her like that?
Once I've become a star, I won't have any use for her anymore. I'll make sure to get rid of her then, and you can have her back as your sister. I wouldn't want her to be left on the streets after I'm done with her. Littering is bad for the environment, so would you please make sure to be there to dispose of her properly?
I really don't know what else to say about any of that.
And that's totally okay with me. You staying quiet really helps me stay focused. I have a lot of things going on in my life, and you being around me yapping all the time is not going to help. So, get any final words off your chest now if you have any. My time for you is dwindling.
So is the person you've been waiting for come yet?
Nope, not yet. I'm sure they're far more busy than I am right now. They might not make it here until after the wedding has already started.
What will you do if that's the case?
I'll just have the wedding put on hold and wait until they arrive. I can't have the wedding start before that famous music producer has arrived.
So you are really looking to get on that producer's good side then?
Well, of course I am. To me, that producer is one of the few people in my life that can change my life for the better.
I see. Well, luckily there is still some time before the wedding gets underway, right?
That's right. But what does any of that matter to you? This wedding, and whatever else goes on here, has nothing to do with you. And once it's over, you won't have anything to do with your sister and I. I'm going to tell your sister that she and I are cutting ties with you for good. Ha 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 ha!
Go right ahead and tell her that. I really do plan on things after the wedding being completely and utterly over between us.
What's all that about? Are you finally coming around to see that we don't want you around us? I'm being serious when I say that I don't want your butt around us ever again.
Well, we'll just have to see how things play out then today. You might end up taking those words back. The wedding still isn't started yet, right?
You're still going on about things like that? I'm sure you can tell by the time that it's not quite started yet.
Really? Well, if it hasn't quite started yet, then there's still time. Also, this is going to be the last time I bother you.
What's going on with you? You're not going to be allowed to see this wedding, you freak!
I'm not talking about coming to see your wedding. To you, today is supposed to be that huge turning point in your life, right?
That's right. I'm sure you understand that after all the times I've had to explain that to you now.
But before that's able to happen for you, there is something that must be done.
What do you mean? Something else needs to be done?
You're going to need to be taken into custody by the police.
The police? What the hell are you going on about now?
Well, I was kicked to the ground today by a man, right? And I ended up getting hurt in the process of it. That makes for a pretty good case when it comes to both the police and to the court. So I've made sure to have them get involved as soon as possible, and that also means you having to be taken away by the police.
What are you talking about? All I did was push you a little, and you fell to the ground softly, right?
You think that's all you did to me, Damien? You kicking me to the ground like that resulted in me getting injured. I don't think your bullcrap reasoning for it is going to fly with the police or in court either.
Hold on. You're getting way too far ahead of yourself right now. I have a lot going on today, and this wedding is one of the most important moments of my life. You can't just take this moment away from me.
I don't care about your important moments. I'm going to get in touch with a lawyer over what's happened to me today, and then I'll make sure that the next place I'm seeing you is in the courthouse. As of right now, though, I'm going to be reporting what's happened to the police. Do you want to tell them about what you have to say? How right now is an important moment in your life, so they can't take you away for assaulting me? Maybe they will actually listen to you and let you go. Tell them that today is your turning point and that it is not to be messed with by anyone, which is very much true. Today is a major turning point in your life, but not for the better.
Who do you think is even going to believe what you tell them about us?
What was that? My hands and arms are covered in scrapes right now, so I'm pretty sure it's not hard to prove what happened.
I think it will be, though. Everyone is going to think that you just fell down and got all those scrapes. You are a clumsy idiot, after all.
This doesn't have to do with me being clumsy to people or not. All I have to do is say that I was kicked to the ground by you, and the police will have to take action.
But nobody's going to believe such a weak claim as that. So just shut the hell up and leave me alone. All you're going to do by telling the police is damaging yourself even more.
Well, to be honest, I'm totally fine with them not believing me.
Huh? Then why were you making such a big deal about it just then? What's going on with you?
I just need for the police to look into what happened a little is all.
Why do you want that?
Well, because at the front of the reception hall where you kicked me to the ground, there's a security camera. When they have a look at the recording on it, they will find out that I am not lying at all and come deal with you, which I'm sure will happen.
What?
So I'm sorry to say, but this is it for your turning point being anything other than bad. Also, you might want to kiss goodbye to your chances of getting married to my sister. You can think up a new plan for yourself becoming a star while sitting over at the county jail for a little while.
Wait. Are you really going to take all of this to the police?
I already said that I would. Why would I lie about doing something like that to you? I'm about to get on the phone with them right now, so would you please stop texting me?
But if you do something like that...
Then you'll be taken into custody, right?
And if that happens, I won't be able to have my wedding to Piper!
Well, of course not. The wedding will be canceled by that point.
Do you think doing something like that to us is okay, though?
I have no other choice now. I was attacked by the groom of that wedding.
But your sister will be affected by all of this as well. Piper won't be able to get wed to me.
That's right. She's a very important member of my family, so this is all for the best.
Well, what about me? Aren't I a part of your family too?
No, you are not. Just a while ago, you were going on about how you don't want to think of me as your little sister, right?
That was just me being I wasn't thinking at the time.
So what? You think I'm just going to forgive you for not thinking? Because you've been doing it all day now, and I'm starting to think you might not have a brain in that head whatsoever.
Do you have any idea how much your sister has been looking forward to this wedding, though?
Oh, I do. I've been talking with her about it leading up to today.
Well then, what the hell are you thinking trying to ruin this wedding for her?
You think you have the right to be saying things like that to me when you're the type of person that can just kick someone to the ground over how they look?
You're her little sister, So don't do something that's going to make her sad!
The only thing that will make her sad is being married to a loser like you.
Don't you say something like that to me! You're just talking from your own ego now!
All right, then. I can see that us talking about this right now isn't going to get anywhere. How about you try talking with my sister and seeing what she thinks about this?
Sure thing. I'll go let her know about what you're trying to do. But let me tell you, she's not going to be favoring you any, because she's already too far on my side. And she's not going to listen to a thing you try and say.
And if that's how things turn out, then I guess there was no helping her.
Piper, something bad has happened.
What's happened?
Your little sister is trying to tear this whole wedding apart.
Huh? What are you talking about?
She just went off the deep end a second ago, telling me about how she won't let me have you as my wife, and then she's going to put a stop to the wedding. If we don't do something about her now, this wedding's going to be canceled. Can you please go tell her to knock all of that off?
That's not going to be a problem, Damien.
What do you mean? Why not?
Because I've already gone and told all the guests that this wedding is being canceled.
Why would you do something like that?
Well, isn't it obvious? I can't get married to a monster that thinks it's okay to make fun of the scar my sister has, and then assaults her in order to get her to leave my wedding.
Wait. Why do you think something like that happened?
I heard all about it from Riley. You are literally the worst man I've known.
Hold on a second. You have this all backwards, Piper. She's lying to you right now. All so that she can get her way of making sure that we don't have our wedding today.
Well, then what was all that stuff you said in those texts you sent to her earlier? Riley showed me that whole conversation. Are you still going to try and tell me that she's been lying to me?
You saw all of that? Wait a sec. I just had to say all of that at the time.
What do you mean you had to say all of that at the time? You're telling me you had no other choice but to tell her to get lost?
But today's a very important day for the two of us, so I wanted her to be as far away as possible from it. For us!
And that's because of the scar she has on her face?
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's because of that. This wedding's going to have a lot of people at it who are very important to us. You of all people should know what this wedding means to me.
Oh, cut the crap, Damien. Who the hell do you think you are saying such rude stuff to my sister like that?
Why are you mad at me for that?
You know why I'm mad right now. The man I've been planning to marry has been treating my little sister like she's some kind of monster. You think I'm just going to let that kind of behavior from you keep happening?
Wait a second. Just chill out for me.
You think I can chill out for you right now after seeing all the things you said? Did you know that the reason she has such a huge scar on her face is because of me?
What? Are you kidding me?
I'm not. When I was younger, I had been carrying a kettle filled with boiling hot water. And as she was walking by me, I slipped, spilling all of that hot water onto her face. Her face was a mess that day, and it later ended up being terribly scarred by the burns.
Is that right?
It's because of me that Riley ended up giving up on her dreams of being a music artist.
What? She was making music as well?
She was. Her goal was to become a pro at the time, and she spent every second of her life going towards that goal. But because of what I'd done, that dream of hers vanished. And as of right now, she's working a completely different kind of job.
I never knew about that.
That's why I wanted to be there for you, since you have that same dream that she had. And with the help of Riley, her and I were going to support you in making sure that you had a major debut and everything like that. But now, I'm not so sure you deserve anything like our help.
I made a mistake, all right. I'm sorry for doing something that wasn't exactly as you wanted and caused you to get a little upset with me. But you have to understand that I was doing all of that for our sake.
That has nothing to do with anything right now. I will not take you making fun of my little sister's face as a way of protecting us. That's why this wedding is over with, Damien. Riley is already talking with the police right now, I believe, so you're going to be taken into custody by them after all this. Give it up with those weak lies you keep trying to make up and just come forward about everything you've done to her. Now, I'm busy with a lot of things. Good luck with whatever awaits you next.
For crying out loud. Right now she's not bothering to read any more of my goddamn texts!
Do you understand your position now? Piper is not on your side in any of this, so you're on your own now.
Well, it's not like I really needed to have the wedding with her anyway.
Is that so? I guess you didn't need to make such a big deal about me being there or not after all.
Well, I suppose that's so. This wedding was only about me meeting that music producer anyway, so I couldn't care less about it being cancelled.
Oh, is that so? But I'm sure once they hear about you, they might not want to come see you after all, right?
They won't have to know anything about me. As long as I keep my composure and make myself look like the star I'm meant to be, then they'll never suspect what I did to you as being true. I sure am lucky they didn't arrive while everything between you and I was going down. Looks like God isn't going to look away from me just yet.
I'm not so sure about that. I believe that God took his eyes off you long ago and no longer cares about your future.
Huh? What are you going on about now?
I'm going on about that music producer you keep waiting to meet with. They've already been at the wedding for a while now.
What are you trying to get at?
I'm trying to say that the music producer you've been waiting for has been around you for a while now. But for the past hour or so, they haven't been able to get back into the building.
You're lying, right? There's no way that's possible.
I am very sorry to be bursting your bubble like that, but what I'm saying is the truth. I am the music producer that you've been waiting to meet with today, Damien.
What? But I never heard anything about you being the producer from Piper.
Really? So Piper never told you anything about this?
What? When you gave up on becoming a pro artist, did you instead go towards becoming a very famous music producer?
You must have learned about that from her today, then.
So that's what she meant by me getting both hers and your support?
And I was really looking forward to coming and seeing what you were all about today as an artist.
No way. There must have been some miscommunication here.
Miscommunication? You're telling me you making fun of my face and literally kicking me to the ground in order to get me to leave was a miscommunication? Do you mind if I have a bit of your time to tell you something?
About all of this?
Now, hold on there, Damien. You might not have the time to listen to me, but that goes both ways then. I'm not wasting my time sitting here listening to you make up excuses for your actions.
Well then, before you tell me whatever else you have to say, can you listen to my song for you? I have a lot of confidence in it blowing you away, and you might even be willing to forget about what happened before then.
No, I'm not listening to it. No matter how good your music might actually be, you're not the kind of person I'm willing to produce for. You don't seem to have the same views as I do, so things will never work out. Unlike you, I happen to hate using people without giving them something in return. And I also really hate those who judge people's appearances alone.
But my music is different from my personality.
And it might just be, but your personality is far too abrasive for me to work with. Honestly, it's too abrasive for anyone to want to work with.
Crap. Piper, I'm so sorry about so many things, alright? All of the talks about me getting that major debut are over with, and I'm going to end up becoming nothing now. What am I supposed to do with myself now?
What do you want from me?
I'm sure what I have to say is going to cause even more problems for you, but I'd like for you to think about all of this again, and come back to me!
You really think I want to go back to you?
But I've changed!
Really? You've changed that quickly? I don't believe you. Not after all the things you said about my sister and I.
Hey, Piper, please! Are you really okay with all that's going to happen here? Are you really going to be able to go up to everyone and explain the reasoning for why this wedding is being cancelled? People might start to suspect other things, and terrible rumors will begin to form about us. There'll be people that come out of this thinking you're the problem. I don't want people to start thinking about you, because you mean far too much to me. So at the very least, let's have this wedding.
No, thank you. I'm going with Riley to the police. Then there will be nothing left for you to do.
Hey, are you being serious about all that?
I sure am. There's no reason to us having a wedding anymore, as all the love I had for you is gone now.
What do you mean all that love is gone?
I'm saying that the flame that I had in my heart for you before is now cold, and I no longer want to be married to you.
You don't want to marry me?
You think I want to have a wedding with someone that I don't even want to marry anymore? That's why the wedding is canceled, Damien.
What's going to happen then? You already used a lot of money paying for this whole wedding. If you cancel it now, then you'll have to pay for the rest of the wedding anyway. Think all of this through, please.
Oh, don't worry yourself about any of that. This wedding was all put on by Riley.
What did you say?
The only way I was able to get her to help me was by saying you didn't have any money at the moment to pay for the wedding. I told her that by putting this wedding on for us, she'd have a chance at getting herself another artist to work with, and that was what settled things. Of course, she's going to have to pay for this wedding and the cancellation fees and all, but that money won't be coming out of her pockets. It'll all be coming from you once she's taken it.
What the fuck? Why is she going to get any money from me?
You know very well why, Damien. You are the reason for this wedding being canceled, and now you're going to have to pay her the money she's wasted on it. Had you just acted like a responsible human being, none of this would have had to happen. And then you and I could have happily had the wedding.
And I'm sure that's the case.
Now I'm heading to the police station with Riley.
Are you really going to do this to us, Piper?
Shut the hell up. Just be quiet and wait for me to get back with you later. Ugh, thank goodness we were able to settle all of that for now. What ended up happening to Damien? He was taken away by the police, finally. I see. I'm so sorry that you had to end up being wrapped into all his craziness today. The fact that you had to get hurt as well because of him, it makes me feel even worse for you. I'm sure you're going to hate me even more now, right? Hey, I told you to stop it with that kind of attitude. I don't have anything against you about the past, and what happened today wasn't your fault. But I was the reason you gave up on your dreams of becoming a music artist, right? You have to still have feelings against me for that. Well, you're not wrong about you being the reason for it, but I'm not holding anything against you for that. Right now, the job I have as a music producer is a lot more fitting for myself, I think. What? I find it way too much fun being in charge of supporting others in their dreams of becoming huge artists in the future. So you really don't have to worry about me anymore, as I'm doing just fine where I'm at now. All right. Thank you for saying that. And as for right now, you're the one who's going through a lot more trouble, right? Your marriage ended up never coming to fruition. That's true. But I think it's better that things ended up the way they did today between us. What do you mean? Well, I wanted to hurry up and show you the kind of person I'd become today. And a part of that was by getting married to someone in order to show that your older sister was doing fine for herself. I kind of forced myself to look for someone who I could get married to quickly, and that landed me with Damien. I see. But hey, you don't have to rush things like marriage when it means you might end up with a man as bad as him. I see that now. Sorry. Don't apologize for it. Just make sure that the next guy you try marrying doesn't end up being an idiot like Damon is. After that, due to the things we had told the police about Damien, he was taken into custody by them and held at the county jail for questioning. Because of that, his image in the area was tarnished, and he would no longer become the artist he had been dreaming of. And that dream of ever getting a big debut with me was crushed by my hands. After being taken to court and told to pay me for the wedding and injuries I sustained, it was found that he didn't have the money to do so. He scrambled around asking friends and family to lend him money to help pay me. But due to the fact that he was in this position due to his violence, nobody dared work with him. And this led to him never being able to borrow any money from anyone he knew. As of right now, he's begun working 3 jobs and is trying his best to save up all the money he needs to pay me for the settlement I've asked for. And during this time, he's tried again and again to get back in touch with Piper about getting back together with her. But each and every time she ignores him after giving a big no.